Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Coach Cecil. Hope all is well. Good to have you with us. And listen, I'm just super excited about this conversation. Now, I want to make sure I just put a few things in perspective. A lot of people right now are struggling, and maybe you're one of those folks. Maybe right now you're sitting here and you're like, "This has been crazy. All that's been happening has just been mind-boggling. It's been difficult. It's been challenging." I can relate, but I want you to understand this important piece. You have a dream for a reason. See, I'm a strategic dream builder, so I'm focused on helping individuals first and foremost to just be able to dream again. And I want you to hear this and hear from me when I say this to you. Your dream, it matters. That dream that you have, well, that dream is supposed to help you create your change. It's how you're supposed to make an impact in the world. And it's not just about money, it's about you living a life of fulfillment, a life of purpose. So my story is not a complicated one. I was that guy that came in early, left late, just gave that 110%. And so loved what I did in regards to working in educational administration, working with my teaching staff and the kids. Loved it. Hated the politics, however, it just really was the hard part for me. And so one day I come into the office and my assistant director says, "Hey, listen, corporate's trying to get you." So I head down, answer the phone, call them up and head down to the main office and I sit down and they say, "Thank you for your service. Here's 6 weeks severance pay." 15 years, blood, sweat, and tears. And just like that, everything changed. Now, I want to kind of put things in perspective because maybe you can relate to this. Maybe it's happened to you, or maybe it's the fear that you have. Maybe it's the thing that you've been thinking about. This would totally destroy my life, right? But I want you to think about it from this perspective. Three things kind of grabbed my attention. The first thing was a recognition in that moment that here I had been working for 15 years and I had nothing to show for it. Nothing. It was a kind of an eye-opening moment for me. But the second part of it that probably was just as profound for me was that just like that, someone was able to just stop my job, right? And I learned in that moment, as long as someone else signs your check, they decide if you get paid or not. And up until that point, I hadn't really grasped that reality. But the last piece of it was, even though I love what I did, I didn't wake up every day excited about life, right? About my purpose. I enjoyed what I did and it was meaningful, but it wasn't my purpose. It wasn't about me living my best life and creating change in a way that was meaningful for me. I look back now and all that's changed. First of all, unlike the 15 years with nothing to show, everything I do now is focused on building passive residual income. Now, this is a really important piece for me. Y'all know I'm a coach and I love the coaching piece, but I love that I now work smart, not just hard, right? I'm intentional about building this into my income so I'm able to have that residual income that maybe you're looking for as well. The second part is that I'll never get laid off or fired again. I'm my own boss. And so I have control. And I think that's an important piece. You want to be able to be in a position where you don't have to worry about that. But the last piece is probably the most important to me. As you know, I do a daily book club every day, Monday through Friday. It's an international book club. It's amazing that I'm able to do that. But it's because I have the time freedom. I now live a life of fulfillment and purpose because I have the time freedom to pick and choose and decide how I live my life. So every day I live my life on purpose. I'm not sure if that's important to you, but it's important to me. That sense of fulfillment matters. So as I share this information with you today, I want you to understand that you can also live a life of purpose. You can live a life of fulfillment. You can live a life on your own terms. You deserve that. So let's go through how you can create that change and live the life that you've been looking for because, you know, it doesn't have to be the same for everyone. Everyone's life is different and your purpose and what it means for you to create your change may look different. But if we can show you how to be able to make that jump and create the change you want, well, it just might be the very thing that you've been praying for, you've been looking to create that change in your life and making that happen. So I'm gonna start off with a video that I think really speaks to exactly what I'm talking about.
Every successful person in this world has jumped. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. You are going to have to jump. You cannot just exist in this life. You have got to try to live. If you are waking up thinking that there's got to be more to your life than it is, man, believe that it is. But to get to that life, you're going to have to jump. Now, I'll tell you why I call it jumping. See, God, when he created all of us, he gave every last one of us a gift at birth. He never created a soul without endowing them with a gift. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, sing, and dance. It's more than that. It's if you know how to network, if you can connect dots, if you draw, if you teach. Some of y'all fry chicken better than anybody else, bake pie. Some of you cut hair, color hair. Some people do grass. I got a partner, man, never wanted to go out with us because we stayed out too late. Come on, man, go out with now. I got to get up early, mom, cutting Miss Johnson grass. We kept laughing at this dude, cutting grass. How much they pay you? He got a landscaping company in Cleveland worth $4 million. Because all he do is cut grass, but he was gifted at it. I got a partner on a detail shop, make $800,000 a year detailing cars. He got 6 mobile trucks running around. $800,000 a year. All he do is detail cars. That's his gift. That's what he loved to do. You've got to identify that gift. Now listen to me. When you see people in life, when you're standing on the cliff of life and you see people soaring by, you hear about them doing wonderful things. Maybe you look up the street and your neighbor just gets a car every year, every 2 years. You know, how is he doing that? Have you ever thought, maybe this person right here has identified their gift and is living in their gift? Because your Bible says, your Bible says your gift will make room for you. Your gift, not your education. You go get an education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, that education only gonna take you so far. I know a lot of people got degrees, man, they ain't even using it. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up and provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're gonna just go to work. And if you're getting up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existed. At one point in time, you ought to see what living's like. But the only way to see what living like, you gotta jump. And here's the problem. I'm gonna just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will not open right away. You're gonna hit them rocks. You're gonna get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're gonna get all your clothes tore off. You're gonna get some cuts on you. You're gonna be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That is a promise of God. That ain't a theory, that's a promise. His promises is true, because listen to me. You cannot name one single thing God has not gotten you through. Name it. And if he ain't got you through it, he currently pulling you through it right now. And the living proof of it is you sitting in here. If he hadn't got you through it, you wouldn't even be here. So if he ain't never not got you through it, why would he not let your parachute open? It has to open, man. You can play it safe and deal without the cuts and the tears. And you can stand on that cliff of life forever safe. But if you don't jump, I got another promise I can make you. Your parachute will never open. You'll never know. You'll never know what God really has for you. See, your God has a wonderful life for you. Once again, I'm gonna refer to your Bible. Now, you go down there, you memorize these scriptures, you don't apply them to yourself. Your Bible says that he comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly. If I were you, I would jump. Because that's the only way to get to that abundant life. You got to jump, man. You got to take a chance. Now, when I get through talking, there are those of you that discuss this in the car. Well, I got bills, and I got bills. Whether you stay on the cliff or you jump, you're gonna have bills. Well, if I quit my job, I'm gonna ruin my credit. If you got a job, you living check to check. Even if you got A1 credit, you can't buy nothing else no damn way. At one point in time, man, do yourself a favor. Go see what God really do. God hold you up, man. He ain't gonna let you fall. He ain't bring you this far to let you fall. Do yourself a favor, man. Before you leave this world, before you die, jump. Just jump one time. Just jump. Thank you very much.
And that's what this is about. The conversation today is not just about you jumping, because you know what? Maybe you've known that you're supposed to jump. You knew that there's something in you, that there's a purpose that you're supposed to be able to bring, and an impact that you're supposed to make, that you've been holding on to and haven't been releasing to let be that purpose in your life. But here's the beauty. Here at Window of Wealth, what we do is not only show you how to jump, but show you how to be able to show others how they can jump too. It's about you being able to create change and bring others along to create change alongside you. That's the beauty of this environment. And so we're a health and wellness as well as a financial literacy company. And this to me is powerful. It's a community that's focused on bringing together like-minded individuals, all focused on creating change, changing our lives both physically as well as financially. And here's the mindset. We believe in creating generational wealth. Maybe that resonates with you. But see, I don't want you to think of generational wealth as just money. It's bigger than that. Your health is your wealth. And in addition to that, I want you to understand this important piece. What if you can show people not just how to make money, but teach them how to be able to teach others how to be able to make money? Because, you know, people have always learned about, they get money and then they lose it because they don't know what to do with it. But if you can teach principles that can be changed, that can change lives, that can be life altering, and can help break the chains of poverty in families for generations to come, it's all about empowering them with knowledge. And that's what we're focused on doing. So it all began with our founder and CEO, Mr. Tupac Drennacourt. The story is powerful. First generation Haitian American, grew up in very humble beginnings in Brooklyn, New York. But here's what I love. Took his passion and love for music into a very successful career within the concert and party promotion space, working with some of the biggest names in music. Now you would think at that point, you're successful. You've achieved it. You've accomplished it all, right? That was all well and good until his mother was about to lose her home. And he wasn't in a position to prevent it from happening. And when that occurred, that's when he decided it's time to pivot and moved into the relationship marketing industry. Grew a very successful business in that space where he was able to work there for 15 years, right? Helping to build a team of over 80,000 business partners, helped hundreds of thousands of customers. In fact, was able to create 6- and 7-figure earners to help folks be able to build wealth. And here's what's beautiful. My wife and I were blessed to be a part of his team then, and we're helped to be able to be top leaders on his team there with that venture. And then he decided it's time to change more lives. It's time to make more impact. And that's when he launched Window of Wealth. And I love that we're focused on now bridging the generational wealth gap. That's the focus of what we're focused on doing. And I love that he's not just doing that by itself. He's doing things for the community as well, helping underprivileged young people by giving checks out on a consistent basis, helping give college scholarships. If you're a business partner that's in college, or you're a part of, you have a loved one that's also attending college, you're able to, be a part of getting scholarships that he gives away on an annual basis. Again, a company focused with a heart, creating change. Now let me address the elephant in the room. And I get it. You're probably thinking to yourself, have you seen the economy lately? I get it. You're right. I understand. Inflation is ridiculous. Interest rates, grocery bills. I remember when you would get an entire grocery cart for the amount that you're now currently paying for 2 bags. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Gas prices. I mean, unemployment. Everything is crazy right now. That's the reality. But what if you could be part of the solution? I mean, think about it. All of us remember the pandemic, right? You had companies like Amazon and Costco that were thriving in that environment. They were thriving because they had the solution. So what I love about where we are, we're only 2.5 years old as a company. We're a young company. We're talking about you positioning yourself at the ground floor level. being able to be a solution when people need it to help folks weather this storm. People need alternatives to help them create change, not just to go out there and get a gig like DoorDash or Uber, where they keep on exchanging dollars for hours, but being able to build passive residual income, working smart, not just hard. That's what we're focused on teaching people to be able to do. So we're positioning ourselves in front of a number of very lucrative industries. And I love this because we're intentionally focused on being recession proof. Position yourselves in front of solar, online learning, weight loss, home security, coffee, CBD, and even the financial services. Positioning yourself to be able to make an impact with things that people want and need that help them to be able to create change for themselves and their family. And that's what this is all about. And so I want you to get this part, right? We'll start with CBD. And maybe you haven't heard about it. Maybe you don't know. And let me clarify this so you understand, right? If you heard about cannabis, you're thinking to yourself, oh, this dude is trying to get me high. I'm not. I got you. I got you. So cannabis has several different species, but the two most popular are hemp and marijuana. Marijuana, we know, is high in THC, the psychoactive part of the plant. So marijuana gets you high. Hemp is rich in CBD, the medicinal part of the plant. So hemp gets you healthy, not high. That's what we're offering. We're focused on helping people change their lives and improve their health, whether it's inflammation, whether it's anxiety, whether it's sleep, boosting your immune system. Listen, you have this endocannabinoid system in your body that helps your body to be able to see where there isn't homeostasis and there's imbalance, and helps your body to get in balance. This thing is incredible. It's changed my life, improved my health in amazing ways. It can help you change your life and help others as well. It's incredible.
CBD, short for cannabidiol, is a non-psychoactive compound in cannabis responsible for many of cannabis's medical benefits. On the other hand, THC, short for tetrahydrocannabinol, is the psychoactive compound in marijuana that causes the high associated with cannabis use. They are two completely separate cannabinoids, which are a class of chemical compounds that interact with special receptors in our body called cannabinoid receptors. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, an American neurosurgeon and CNN's chief medical correspondent, changed his stance on the prohibition of cannabis while investigating its powerful therapeutic properties and witnessing CBD successfully treat Americans. He shocked mainstream America, saying, "We have been terribly and systematically misled for nearly 70 years in the United States, and I apologize for my role in that." Through Dr. Gupta's review of the history of cannabis, he found that it has been a legitimate medicine for at least 3,000 years. And Dr. Gupta isn't alone in supporting cannabis research. The director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, Dr. Nora Volkov, testified before the Senate saying that CBD appears to be a safe drug with no addictive effects, and the preliminary data suggests that it may have therapeutic value for a number of medical conditions. Research has shown that CBD can influence many conditions and bodily functions, including inflammation, neuropathic pain, autoimmune disease, energy regulation, metabolism, reproductive function, appetite, depression, anxiety, and even cancer. But how can one cannabinoid affect so many bodily processes without causing adverse side effects? The answer lies in our biochemistry, the natural intelligence of the body. We have naturally occurring cannabinoid receptors all over our body that interact with CBD. We have these receptors because our body is constantly making its own cannabinoids. These receptors and cannabinoids make up most of our endocannabinoid system, or ECS. Our ECS is always in action, and if functioning properly, is a major factor in keeping us healthy. Many doctors now think that some people suffer from an endocannabinoid imbalance, known as clinical endocannabinoid deficiency, or CED. People suffering from CED may benefit by supplementing with cannabinoids such as CBD. CBD is the most abundant cannabinoid in hemp, a cannabis crop the federal government allowed individual states to legalize in the 2014 Farm Bill. Hemp-derived CBD is legal in all 50 states, is non-addictive, does not cause a high, and is easy to incorporate into your current health routine.
Now, here's a cool little fact that you may find interesting. Would you believe that actually it mimics, and in fact, the cannabinoid or CBD actually looks just like a compound that's found in mother's breast milk? Pretty cool, right? Well, we also offer coffee. Coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world, second only to water, right? So here's the cool part. I love that you're able to get all these amazing nutrients and vitamins and minerals that are found in our coffee. And then here's the cool part. It helps your brain function, helps your energy levels, helps your body as far as your metabolism. And then one of the major benefits of coffee is helps to lower the risk of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and type 2 diabetes. Now, our coffee is made in Colombia. It's actually straight from the mountains of Colombia. It's grown at the perfect elevation for that fantastic, amazing taste. We have both a rosé, which is an amazing, rich taste, and then also our for those that want the stronger, darker, we have our black gold. But folks absolutely love our coffee, and you've got to try it and see how this coffee can help improve your quality of life as well. Now, people are talking about weight loss. Everyone's looking to lose weight. It's a big thing. It's a whole conversation. Now, a lot of folks are taking medications that they're finding now those shots that they're taking, they have some pretty significant side effects. But what if you could actually not just lose weight, but also manage the inflammation in your body? Now, what we've done here at Window of Wealth, I love that we have our Cherished Wellness weight loss program, and the focus is let's help you remove the inflammation in your body. And if you're overweight, the added benefit is you'll lose weight at the same time as well, which is pretty remarkable. We do a food sensitivities analysis, and what we do is do a personalized evaluation. We draw your blood, and then we look for where there are food sensitivities that actually things like you'd be surprised, like it may be onions or it could be garlic or it could be broccoli, right? It's just interesting. Everyone's blood is unique, and we're going to draw your blood and find out what foods are causing inflammation in your body. And then we're going to help you reverse the inflammation. I love that you'll get one-on-one time with a doctor. Going to help kind of keep you on track with your goals, helping you to improve your health because inflammation is the heart of the disease. So let's address that. And then in the process, you'll also be able to manage your weight as well. How cool is that, right? And I love that you get this full breakdown of all the different things that are going to adversely impact your body, so you can pay attention to that with the blood test. And it's cool. You actually get paid $50 for each client that you help to take advantage of this. And I want you to know the wealthy use this program. It's very popular amongst them. In fact, it was featured in a magazine with Costco, I think earlier last year. But it costs thousands of dollars for this, and we're intentionally making it available for folks so they can actually afford to improve their health, their well-being, and their lifestyle with this. Now, this is an interesting question. Think back. When did you learn financial literacy? Use an example. Where in school were you taught about how to purchase a home, how to invest in cryptocurrency? You weren't, right? It wasn't something that you were taught. You had to figure it out by your own, or maybe your family taught you. I love the fact that we're focused on helping to rectify that problem. We're going to teach folks how to be able to benefit from the number one asset, which is real estate. We'll teach folks how to manage their finances so they're utilizing life insurance like a bank or tax planning so you minimize your tax liability. Teaching folks, because you don't realize you work half the year to pay taxes, right? So let's teach you how to make better choices financially, crypto, automate your retirement, even your wellness. We have an amazing university called Wow University focused on helping you to make choices because it's not just what you do, it's what you know that helps you to be able to make better choices and help you truly build wealth. And we want to give you a tool that's a powerful tool. Our UCES protection service is incredible. Now, what this is doing, it's built for three focuses. Number one, help you build your credit, because most folks don't realize the power of how far credit goes to help change and transform what you do financially, right? So restoring your credit, help credit monitoring, a number of tools that are there for your credit. But then let's help you with your finances to organize and put you in a position to put you on the track for building your net worth and actually building wealth through budgeting, your saving goals, your debt payoff, helping you with those things. And then let's protect your finances because people realize that protecting your finances matters. So ID theft protection, financial lockbox to help you kind of maintain and keep all your things financially where it needs to be. Your will and trust. Come on, don't pretend like you have a will and trust. You probably don't, right? Most folks don't. Let's help you take care of that so you can protect and keep your assets. And then let's get you legal services. That's right. Legal services are included where you have access to an attorney so you can actually make better choices and decisions. See, the wealthy recognize that they have a team focused on helping them build their wealth. Do you? We're going to show you how you can do that. And then Brinks. Brinks is almost 200 years old. That's kind of interesting, right? But here's the focus. We're helping folks to protect their homes in this kind of tenuous time frame. But here's what's exciting about this. You can get paid for doing so because Brinks actually it goes to show how amazing we are as a company. They chose to partner with us and offer some amazing deals. You can get paid up to $350 for referring someone to take advantage of this and then get a passive residual payout for the next 3 to 5 years off of that client. And last but not least, renewable energy will be one of the largest shifts in wealth in like human well U.S. history, to be honest, right? So here's the cool part. You can make great money off of this because solar is still an opportunity. It's still, hopefully you're hearing this in time because up until the end of 2025, you can help folks take advantage of this and get paid up to $1,500 because the tax credits are about to go. Can you believe that? So you want to position yourself because there's going to be a rush. Folks are going to want to position themselves to get rid of their electric bill, and you can help them do that and get paid some pretty substantial amounts of money, up to $1,500, by helping them save money and position yourself to build wealth and get a passive income that you're paid on for the next 3 years as well. So I love that our methodology is a drop shipping model. So we'll give you an amazing website where you can simply drive traffic to the site. Your customers can purchase whatever products and services from you. You have to stock stuff in your basement or your closet. And I love that you're able to leverage this to build a business from the comfort of your home. In fact, from anywhere, which is the amazing part of how this amazing thing works. Now, as I wrap this up, now I really want to put things in perspective. I want to ask you an important question. How many different ways do you get paid? Now, most people get paid linear income. They exchange dollars for hours, and that's probably how you get paid right now. But do you get leverage income? Do you get residual income? Do you get passive income? Well, we can show you how to be able to add all of those things to your portfolio with Window of Wealth. And I love this, whether you're talking about building a team or we're talking about building a customer base, we're going to show you how to be able to add additional income. We get paid several different ways with our company that also allows you to take advantage of getting paid a car allowance, getting paid like Jeff Bezos does. And I'll talk a little more about that as well. Splitting profits with the company and referring other folks to the franchise and getting income from that. So it's amazing as you build your customer base and your team that you're able to generate and make phenomenal income. So let's touch base on the fast track bonus. And this is pretty neat. As you refer other folks to the franchise, the company gives you bonuses for doing that, especially within your first 30 days. Refer 2 folks to the franchise, the company gives you a $250 bonus. Refer 4 folks to the franchise, a $500 bonus. And here's the cool part. Refer 5 folks to the franchise, a $1,200 bonus you can earn your first 30 days of being in business. This also, by the way, those 2 people that you refer to the first, you get a bonus off of that, but you also get promoted as well. Now, this is the most important slide. J. Paul Gator was America's first billionaire. He said, I'd rather make 1% of the efforts of 100 people compared to 100% of my own personal efforts. Now, remember I was talking to you about getting paid like Jeff Bezos, right? Remember I mentioned that? For those who don't know who he is, he's the owner of Amazon, okay? He only owns 8% of the company at this point, but here's what's exciting about this. What he's learned is that if he has other business owners that buy products, ship it off to Amazon, then Amazon sells it, Amazon gets a cut, the business owner gets a cut. You can do the exact same thing. That's what we do at our company. You refer the folks to the franchise, they build a customer base, they make money, you make money. You make a small amount off of it, but here's the beauty of working smart, not just hard. This passive residual income that we're going to show you can change your life. Use this example. Refer 10 folks to the franchise over the course of your first year in business. They each get 25 customers. You're just making 50 cents off of each customer. You're making $125 a month as passive residual income. Now, I want you to get this because I want you to understand what we're talking about. When they refer their 10, right, the next year, do the same thing, your check goes to $1,250. The following year, the same thing happens again. They refer their 10. Now we're putting a comma and you're making $12,500. And it doesn't stop there. It can keep going. There's no limit because you've built a customer distribution channel where you're able to now capture customers. And this is what it's about. It's about being able to have a distribution network that allows you to capture and build a client base and customer base that can expand across the country and eventually the globe. That's what Jeff Bezos is doing right now. He's built a distribution network that allows him to capture more customers, which is why he's making millions off of customers on a consistent basis. And you can do the same thing as well. You decide how much you want to make. Just build a team large enough to capture enough customers, and you just collect those checks while you sleep. And I love that our executive vice president position, you get a $5,000 bonus for getting that done your first 60 days of being in business, and then a car allowance, and then all expense paid vacation for you and a significant other. And then our top position in the company, a $250,000 bonus. That's your income, your bonus. $5,000 a month is a monthly lifestyle allowance and an all expense paid vacation. But here's the best part. At this point, you're a millionaire. And that means you're able to now be an inspiration to your family, to your community, and be able to give to things that matter to you most. And that's what's powerful. And all of that just for an investment of $349. Now that to me is amazing. You launch your franchise, you choose the wellness bundle or the digital bundle. The wellness bundle gives you samples of CBD for you to be able to have. The digital gives you access to Wow University. But some of us, including myself, chose to come in as executive founders. And that gives you access to getting CBD products as well, but also, most importantly, a 2% profit sharing pool for the life of the company. Listen to what that looks like. Again, like I mentioned, Jeff Bezos only owns what, 8% of the company at this point? You being able to split 2% of the company for the life of the company means you get profits, a profit sharing pool every single year that you're now able to benefit from for the life of the company. That money is passive residual income that you're able to have to help you build generational wealth for you and your family. And then I love this. Your operating cost is only $100 a month. This is important because that $100 a month, it gives you access to your website. It gives you samples or access to Wow University. But here's the most important part of that. That gives you access to actually saving on your taxes. See, a home-based business is one of the last true tax shelters. And so what that means is that $100 a month that you're spending actually now allows you to be able to get some money back off of some space in your house as far as your rent or mortgage, your gas, restaurants you go to, travel, all these different things. You now have these things as tax deductions as you're building your business. And because you have that monthly expense that the government can see, it allows you now to be able to now be in a position to actually collect those tax benefits. And for those that want to have both, you don't want to decide between the digital bundle or wellness, you can pay $199 a month for that as well. The options there. And this is a franchise business model. So unlike your traditional franchise that costs tens of thousands to millions of dollars, now you don't have to worry about employees or brick and mortar or any of those headaches. You can just launch your business from anywhere in the country of the world. And I love that you're able to now, when you pay $349 and $999, get all the benefits that come from running an amazing home-based business. And quickly, just to recap, low investment, low monthly operating costs, personal website, quality products and services that people want and need. You don't have to worry about stocking products because everything is done because it's drop shipping. Tax benefits, quality hands-on training. You get a portal that does all the business reporting for you. You're able to acquire business partners and duplicate your own efforts and build that passive residual income by working smart, not just hard. And everything is willable. I want to make that sink in for a second. That's right. You're building a willable asset. How amazing is that? And this is awesome. The person that shared this with you and invited you to come check this out, all you have to do now to get launched is go to their website. They'll walk you through getting your business up and running. And then they're going to take you through an enrollment process to help you get your training so you understand how to build your business. And then the company's going to continue to give you training to help you have success so you can grow and build the business that you want to be able to build. As I wrap this up, I want you to hear from this gentleman. This gentleman was the personal trainer for both Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. What he has to say, it's so powerful.
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret. And that bill from regret is generational. And there's a lot of people listening to this that bill has been passed on from generation to generation, and you are holding that bill right now. And somebody in one of your generations has to pay that bill off in order for the generation to move on. And the only way that bill gets paid off is you got to be willing to make the hardest decisions.
See, that making the hard decision thing is a big deal. That's what this is all about. It's all about you making a decision to create change and transformation for yourself and for your family. You deserve it. Like, you deserve that. So let us show you how to make that change. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I'm so busy. I get it. But are you busy building something that's going to change your family for generations? We can show you how to fit this into your lifestyle so you can create the change, not just here and now, but for the future. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, I get it. This makes sense. I don't know if I can pull the money together. But if you can't pull the money together, are you where you need to be financially that allows you to be able to create the change that you want for your family? Or are you ready to make an investment to create change and live the life you deserve? I get it. You're looking for something different. Let us teach and show you how you can create the change that you've been dreaming of because you deserve it. So get back to the person that invited you. Let us show you how to become a customer and benefit from our products and services. Or maybe you will decide you're ready to launch and get a business started with us now so we can help you create your change. Or maybe you're looking to refer some others that you know need to be a part of this so they can live their life. Let's help you create the change that you want and desire. This is Coach Cecil, as I say every day. If you can dream what God can achieve it, so let's go out, let's make our dreams our reality. Because you know what? You deserve it. Be blessed, y'all. Bye, everyone.